Alrighty. So hello everybody. Hopefully the signal will be sufficient. It might be a few minutes before anybody actually gets on. That's okay. A lot of kind of prep work to do. And some of it's cleaning. So what I've done is I got the dishes ready to roll. And what I need is a wash rag. Ta-da! All right, got somebody in. Welcome to MacBean's Guided Fitness. I just got back from about a 1.5 mile hike. The weather did warm up a little bit, enough to go for a walk. And I'm recovering from not getting much sleep. So I did get a nap. After the nap, I did go and get me something to eat. And went for a hike. Now I'm going to cook some more food. A lot of it is going to be for work. I got bacon, and I'm going to make me a bacon and egg sandwich. And that'll be for me to take to work. And then I'll probably have a can of tuna that I will adjust beforehand. So I decided maybe just to pop in and do a live stream on this in the kitchen. So a lot of it's going to be cleaning up. I did get my new toy. So this is a 5-quart KitchenAid mixer, but always wanting to get one of these. My daughter has one, they're very handy. And Costco had a deal you just couldn't pass up. So last week they were doing a deal on this. This is usually $5.49. Amazon on their Prime days had it for $3.99. Costco matched that price, and then last week or a week before that, they knocked it down another $100. So $2.99. I ended up getting this big monster. So half price, basically. So that was fun. I got dishes ready to go here. And I need to get going and cleaning up. The funny thing about dishes is somehow they get ahead of you. I mean, I don't know how it is, but I only make about 6 or 7 dishes that need washing a day. But I will come home and there'll be 30 dishes, pieces of dishes in the sink. I don't know how that happens. So today, I dropped Mama off at the airport. We left at 3 in the morning. I didn't get home till midnight, so the best I got was 2 hours sleep. It's hard for me to fall asleep. I don't fall asleep very quickly. It's an hour and a half to the airport, and then I did walk in with her and help her get checked in. One of the agents there that were helping me out was like, "Why aren't you going with that?" I said, "Hey, she's got more time off during Thanksgiving than I do." So she was going to see the grandbaby. We already got a picture with her with the grandbaby. So I will be batching it all week. And I'm okay with that. I don't mind doing that. So first thing in preparation of cooking is, cleaning. I try to clean as I go. I can't always do that. There are going to be times where it gets ahead of you. Last time I cooked was a couple burgers the other day for dinner. I think that was Sunday night. Yep. And then I took, I had a leftover burger and a leftover steak from the weekend, which I took to work for lunch. That worked out really well. And today they're bringing us food, but it's never enough food, or I don't think it is. And the way I look at it, even if I don't eat the sandwich I make, I can always bring it home and I can have it either a late snack or an early breakfast. So what I will be making is a bacon and egg sandwich. I will probably make 2 of them. If you're in chat, go ahead and say hello. Let me know who you are. Thanks for stopping in. So the bacon I get from a butcher in Hy-Vee. So this is a bourbon bacon. Very good. And they don't disappear when you cook them. As good as Oscar Mayer and some of the other bacons are, the store-bought ones, your best bacon is going to come from the butcher. Now, I prefer a hickory smoked or a maple cured. They also make a black pepper one, which I like. And they also make applewood, which I don't like. I don't like applewood bacon. I know a lot of people do. It's just not one of my favorites. So I don't buy it anymore. So here I'm trying to get ahead on the dishes a little bit. So come Thanksgiving, I don't have 200 dishes. I am going somewhere else, but I am going to bring food. So right now I've got the bacon going. And when I'm doing it, I'm trying to catch up on dishes. So this is the dishes from the weekend. Not all of them are mine. Just saying. But they seem to be mine to clean. So part of cooking is cleaning. All right. Part of staying in shape is good nutrition. So I drink Fairlife milk because it has half the sugar and it has 50% more protein than your regular milk. Triple filtered and all that other good stuff. So that's my favorite. It's almost like having a protein shake when you drink it. I'm going to put the rest of the bacon on here. And just remember, I'll have to bring some more up from the freezer. Eggs I usually get from my neighbor. But his chickens have slowed down laying, and some of the older ones stopped laying eggs. So I got to wait for him to play catch up. I'll try to stop at the neighbors before I go to work. I do owe them for the last 4 dozen they dropped off, and then see if they have any more. Otherwise, I will have to get more at the store. I got 7 eggs there, which is more than I need right now. Ate a lot of tuna. Now, one thing I did do with the tunas is I did a comparison nutrition-wise versus your cheap tuna versus your more expensive. And what I found out is that the cheap tuna is not the deal you think it is. The yellowfin and the white albatross and nice higher end tunas actually are more nutritious per volume and have more calories than the cheap tuna has. So they should give me about how much per serving. I'm going to have to put my glasses on so I can see. So your chunk light tuna per serving has 160 calories and has 20 grams of protein. That's not bad. Now, when you look at your solid white albacore, this one has 21 grams of protein. This one's actually 100 calories per serving, so a little bit cleaner. And then your solid white are the same thing. Now it's a smaller can, but still has 19 grams. versus the bigger can that has 20. So a lot of times your more expensive tuna is a better value. Now I have bought a lot of that, so I have to eat it and get through it. So it is what it is. So nutrition was really a key to getting in shape if you want to build muscle. And if you want to get toned and things like that, your diet is extremely important. So as I say, it's rest, nutrition, and proper exercise. I would say your diet is probably... I got something talking. One of my alarms is chatting. It's not a good thing. So proper diet is going to be important. So what I got here is bacon and eggs. I picked up a half loaf of hearty rye. All right, because this bread is going to be a little bit more nutritious than your standard breads. 70 calories per slice, 3 grams of protein. Some, vitamin and mineral value in there, not a lot, but some. But it'll be better than like your just plain white bread. Your plain white bread is probably your least nutritious. And I'm gonna have to unplug something. Something's going screwy in St. Louis. Oh, I hit the reset. We'll see how that goes. So during the time of doing all the cooking and that is a good time for questions and answering too. Looks like I will be pulling that thing out of the wall. Smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors are very important, but they have a tendency to break down a lot. Yeah, they come with warranties and stuff like that, but to be honest with you, they understand that most people don't pay attention to that. And I believe they rely on that. Rely on people not paying attention. And it's not like I'm going to save the box, it's garbage. And I got paperwork all over the house. So more than I need. My regular patrons, I will be putting out my hiking video out here in a bit. And there's a bit of a rant in there, but not bad. I did put one on my MacBean farms and prepping, where I did a major rant about going on Twitter yesterday. And Twitter is just, it hasn't changed. I don't know if you're on it or not, but it's the same garbage. Hey, Joni, how you doing? I just got here watchable cooking. I'm kicking my electric stove out next week and replacing with propane. So that's what I have right now is a propane stove. Now, when it comes to, I don't know if you can see it very well, but we just picked up a new one. The last one we had for 20 years. And so now I have a 5-burner gas convection. The power burner that it has is so strong, I rarely use it. It'll probably be used for when I need to bring a big pot of water up to a boil really quickly. Probably the only thing I'll use that for. The oven, gas ovens are pretty good. Now, electric ovens are more consistent than a gas oven. I sold appliances for over 26 years. But a gas convection oven is going to be very consistent baking also. And you get used to the stove that you have. The one thing I like about a cooking surface on gas over electric is you truly have a low, medium, and high at every point in between. Where with the electric elements, you had no and you had go. Basically, the way I thought about it. If you weren't picking the pan off the element to keep a temperature, it just wasn't going to. I just found that very difficult to use. And anytime I was at a place where they had an electric stove, that's the problem I had. At my daughter's house, she has an electric stove. A little bit better elements, radiant elements. I was able to cook on it. But I am more comfortable cooking on a gas surface than an electric surface. Both will get the job done, though. So here's my new piece of equipment. Yay! That I got on sale for Costco for a really, really good price. And I'm trying to catch up the dishes. I don't know how it is. They seem to multiply. It's usually 3 plates, 15 glasses, and 50 pieces of silverware. Generally how it goes. I would tell the kids, you can rinse your glass out and reuse it. You drink milk, rinse it out. You gotta drink soda, drink it, rinse it out. But they never listen. So what I try to do is I try to somehow keep ahead of the game, or at least. And I never seem to quite be able to get ahead of the game for some reason. Getting with 2 large eyes so I can pressure can. Oh, there you go. With 2 canners at the same time. So I have an extremely strong power burner here. Probably about 17,000 BTUs. I have another 15,000 here. Both of these are plenty strong for canning. They throw out a lot of heat. I use my standard burner most of the time and my summer burner. So the 2 back burners I use the most, and then I do have a oval burner in the middle for comes with a grill attachment and stuff like that, but I rarely use that. And I got the family pet, the wildcat that now decided to become the pet cat. Is sitting outside going, when do I get my treats, Daddy? Yep, aren't you, Mick? You're saying, when do I get my treats? Aren't you? Yeah, you're saying, when do I get my treats? She doesn't care too much to be picked up, but she allows me to do it. All right, so this is Binks, the wild kitty, which is now my buddy. Aren't you? You're now my buddy, aren't you? Yes, you are. Yeah. The outdoor cat that wants to become an indoor cat. But we know that's not happening, don't we? Yeah, we do. Now that's Binks. Say bye, Binks. I put her back out in the sun so she can relax. So I was on the John's premiere this morning, but I fell asleep about 5 minutes into it. I got home about midnight. I was on the road at 3 a.m. taking the missus to the airport. Got back home at 7. And had some food. Listened to John for about 10 minutes, and I went and took a nap. I got up about 11. Went for a hike. So I said, okay, I ate some food, and I said, I better get some other food for the rest of the day. I figured, why not live stream it? So as long as AT&T is allowing me to do it, I figured, what the heck. So I do like the gas surface, and if you are getting that LP range, now, are they going to install it for you, or are you going to have to convert it over? Because LP stoves are actually a natural gas stove, and you have to change the jets. So here I had 5 jets up here I had to change, and I had to change the jet for both the broiler and the bake oven. The thing of it is the port hole for natural gas is considerably larger than it is for LP. And if you don't convert it over, it can be rather dangerous. What I mean by dangerous, I sold a professional range top to a customer, and the house was being built. And where it was being built, I was pretty sure that they're going to have to be on liquid propane. And I said, oh no, they're going to put natural gas in. I said, are you sure? He goes, yeah, they're going to put natural gas in. So I wrote it on the receipt that they were going to do that. Yep, comes with a converted kit, and the gas company will convert it for me. There you go. Now I did it myself because I've done it before, but I could have waited for the gas company to come do it. But I just wanted the frustration for myself. Now the cooking surface is not hard to do, but the oven is a pain because you got to get down there, and I'm just not good at getting back off the ground like I used to be. But everything's working. I didn't blow anything up. And it's nice having a fully functioning range. The one I had before, and that was a GE, and it was a good range. Like I said, we had it for over 20 years, but we couldn't turn the oven on anymore. So we didn't have an oven. We had a small electric oven that we were using. But I figured it was time. We got a new fridge. So it's a Samsung. This is a Samsung, which they make a lot of stuff for GE. And yeah, it had the conversion kit, came with it. So I was able to get everything installed, and luckily didn't blow the house up. Your nephew works for them. All right. So yeah, he definitely knows how to do it. Now, when I had my dryer delivered, I had to have them come out because when I opened up the instructions, they were basically telling me to remove the whole drum. And I said, this is dumb as all hell. So I had them come out, and they said, no, it's not necessary to remove the whole drum, and that they were able to do that for me. So the dryer I didn't do. That was too much of a task. But the stove, both times I did. Because the stove that I had when we first moved out here was a natural gas stove, but I had saved the conversion kit, and then I had them come out and check it, make sure there wasn't any leaks or anything. We had the carbon monoxide detectors go off one year, and I had the fire department come in and check everything, and they said everything was good. And I replaced all the sensors, and it was good. Yada 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 yada. So another thing I picked up that Johnny, you'd probably be interested in, I ordered from eBay. Let me go grab them real quick. And we're going to test them and see just how bad they are. But I got me a case of MREs. So these are your meals ready to eat. And this was Mexican style chicken stew. And I guess this is how you heat them. So I ordered a case. And what I'll do is, I think on one of my cooking ones is we'll make one of these and see just how bad they are. Now, they MRE and things like that, they can be put in storage for a long time, and that's the advantage of them. And they're very quick nutrition, if you need it right away, especially if you're out in the field. And as part of my prepping one, I do have the MacBean Farms and Prepping channel. And if you haven't already seen it, I think you have, I'm pretty sure you commented on it. I had my rant about Twitter on it yesterday. And that silly little troll that popped on with 10 different identities for the last 2 live streams. I'm surprised he hasn't shown up yet. I'm sure he's created 10 more and he's just waiting. I'll get him. Those darn guys, they blocked me. It was good to see John again. I don't catch him every morning. If I'm working a lot of overtime in that, it's hard to get up that early. A lot of times I'll just pop in really quick and say hi to everybody, and then it's back to night time. The rest is really important. If you don't get the rest, you are not going to be able to sit there and get the workouts in that you want to get in. If you don't put the time in to recover and rebuild the damage you do when you're lifting heavy weights, then it's counterproductive. I will. I ordered these from Amazon. They had a special on it, and they worked out about $3 a meal. So I figured it was a pretty reasonable cost, deal on it. But they're just a stew. So generally, when you get an MRE from the Army, you get the main meal, which those are, and then you get crackers, and then you get a few things in it, and pop one in. Frustrating. I got my kids kind of somewhat preparing, but hey, Chris, how you doing? Where they're at. The one daughter is still in the Air Force, so she's not going to do too much. I always ask them, did you buy extra flour? Yes. Did you buy extra rice? Yes. Did you buy extra, butter? Did you buy, do you have extra water? And they do. So, but are they doing it to the level that I would like them to? No, they're not. But baby steps. I do have a niece that's doing a pretty good job of it. And because they live where you get hurricanes, so it just makes sense. Anyway, if you're in Florida and you're not prepping, you probably shouldn't live in Florida. As many hurricanes that you get, and it's not climate change. Florida's always got hurricanes. Part of living in Florida. If you don't have 2 weeks water, if you don't have a gas generator, if you don't have extra food and water, you probably shouldn't live there. The sun got a little brighter, so my signal might start to deteriorate. Has it improved any, Seabass? Because I know I had a signal saying it was getting bad, and then the signal went away. So let me know if the signal improves. If it doesn't, I'll go move the phone a little bit. Sometimes it's just a case of moving the phone like 6 inches, and then it clears up. So I'm showing 3 bars, so I should be good. Now, one thing I do is save my coffee grind, save my eggshells, and those go in the garden. Be safe and nervous as heck. So you don't need to be nervous. You just need to be safe. I have a lot of extra food and food that can be stored, I mean, I know I got a couple hundred of these cans downstairs, but I'll eat 10 of these a week. So it's something I need that way. I am now, and you learn as you do this. You learn that maybe some products are better than others. You know, sometimes it's worth spending a little bit extra money for your food. So on this tuna, I don't buy the chunk light anymore. It'll be either yellow or albacore or solid, because when you look at what you're spending versus what you're getting nutrition wise, they're very close to the same price now. You know, sometimes volume is not necessarily what you want. So I'm getting ready to bring the bacon out, and then I'll be able to cook the egg, and it'll be a bacon and egg sandwich, which is really good nutrition. It's 1:46 Central Time. I pretty much don't have to leave for work until about 2:15. I usually leave around 2:15. I get there a little after 2:30. It gives me, they have a split shift that gets off at 2:30, so it usually gets me a better parking spot. So I don't have to park a half a mile away from the entrance and then walk another half mile to get to my desk. Yeah, that's about what it is. But they're bringing food for us. We're going to have pulled pork and some other food and sandwiches and that. But even though they're bringing food, I always bring extra food because I'm eating a lot of calories to feed my workout. So today I didn't get a workout in, but I did get a hike in, and I'll be posting that. I think it's going to be about a half-hour video. I might post that on both my channels. Oh, there you go. Start more seeds. Broccoli, then cauliflower. I like cauliflower. Broccoli I can take. I like cauliflower better. Oh yeah, Pittsburgh waiting next July, so I got plenty of time to sit there and get a little bit more consistent. And I might do that on Thursday before I go over to my buddy's house for Thanksgiving. I might do some throwing. It's supposed to be decent weather pretty much all week. Just kind of funny. The week that the missus goes to Arizona, we're going to have nice weather. When I went to Arizona, it was snowing here. So I'm getting close where I'll be cooking the eggs here soon. So even with the standard burner, I'm cooking on low. So I mean the new stove has some seriously strong burners. I think you get a start when I am not nervous, but right, yeah, and it's true. And the best thing is don't be nervous. Don't try to do it in one day. I went to the store. If there was something on sale that we ate and then could be stored, I bought extra. So a lot of the chili that we're still eating now, I got for 99 cents a can, where they're on sale for $1.98 now. So, I protected my money from inflation by buying 10 at a time instead of one at a time. And it's, now I'm getting to the point, okay, I'm going to have to buy more cans of chili. And yes, I am paying twice as much, but by next year, that 198 sale price might be $248, $249. Same thing with tuna. I bought the tunas, hundreds and hundreds of cans of tuna at 50 cents a can. Now these are $1.15 a can. They say inflation's 8%. That 8% was per month. Okay, it wasn't a total. It was per month. Yeah, the new stuff, you're gonna like it. Yep, it does. And you're gonna love the cooking surface. They are. You just got a lot more control with it. I think you'll really enjoy that. Like this stove is only I think we got it last month. And I can already see how much easier it is to cook with everything versus the other one. And the other one was a good stove. So, this part is the food preparation part is as important as your exercise. A lot of people don't get in on that. They don't understand that. My kids were in school. One of the junior high kids, I just got back from the gym. I'm going to get some Starburst. The Starburst ain't going to do any damn good for you. You need some protein. You be drinking a big glass of milk. Eating a sandwich. Can of tuna. Something that's going to be beneficial for building muscle. Sugar don't build muscle. There's a good meme out there. It's saying, don't blame meat for what sugar done to you. They're trying to say people are extremely overweight because they eat meat. No. They're extremely overweight because a lot of their food has sugar. And even if you work out, you can't work out a bad diet. So if you're eating garbage food, even if you work out, you're not getting the results you can get. Are you still better off than somebody that's not working out? Yes, you are. But probably not as good as somebody who's not working out and eating healthy. So you can't out-exercise a poor diet. So don't try to do it. So I got 2 sandwiches, one to eat and one to take with me. And I still have some hamburger I left there. I didn't eat last night. And they're going to have food for us. So it should be pretty good. I did treat myself today. I drank the chocolate milk, all of it. But hey, you need to do that sometimes. Good amount of protein, good amount of energy. I was thinking that maybe I'd be able to stay up, and go to work, but I could tell by about 8:30, I had to get to sleep. Walmart had off-brand cream of mushroom soup. And you bought 12. Now, have you tried it? And I still think you're going to be okay with the Walmart brand. But there are some brand foods I won't buy because I tried it. And anytime it's a new brand, I'll buy 1 can of it. And so, it's fine. Then that's a win-win. It's like we used to go to Aldi. Aldi, some of the stuff at Aldi was better than was the name brand. We used to use Aldi cake mix because it literally was better than Pillsbury, and it was cheaper. Now we did buy beef ravioli in a generic one because the boy would used to eat it by the case, and I'm glad I only bought 2. He cooked them and said, never more. Turned into the Raven. Started quoting Poe. So, but I have bought on a chili. The wife likes the Hormel. That's what she likes. I bought some Kingsford. I like it. I bought some other ones that were in the healthy area of the store that were marked down to $1 a can. And I bought them. They were okay. They were edible. I ate them. They were worth the money spent. But there are some that I bought and said, we're not going to buy this anymore. Or is it worth paying a little bit extra for something better? But I was thinking the cream of soups would probably be okay because you're using them in a bigger you usually use them in a soup. You're using them in something that's going to be larger. So I like everybody for joining in. Appreciate it. Seabass, thanks for hopping in. Chris, Joni. If you haven't checked out Joni on Facebook, she does have a beautiful singing voice, unlike me. When I go to karaoke, if I sing, everybody sings afterwards because they're like, man, I can't do that bad. But we all have our talents. And, the whole idea is you got to make sure you got to take the time to cook the food and cook the food well. A good meal takes me an hour to cook. Whether I'm doing steak, which I'm going to have potatoes with, I'm going to have corn with. We even made rolls last time. Oh, but I really needed the calories. I've been working out really hard. I was probably a little low on the calories I needed. So sometimes you have to jumpstart and get those calories in. And you just try to fit everything in the time slot that you have, which sometimes is pretty difficult. I need more than 24 hours a day, it seems like. But I try to multitask. There we go. Got my little sandwich bags. And I think I will be set for today. So I got about 10 minutes to relax. All I got to do is put my work boots on. I'll be ready to roll. So everybody, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up. And everybody have a wonderful day. I will be uploading my slight rant hike. I want to get to work. I expect it in a couple hours. And I will probably put that on both of my channels. The MacBean Farms and Prepping and that. And then I'll probably do a video where I'm going to sit there and can up some flour. I've got 10 pounds of flour in the freezer that I've had in there. And that makes sure that any bugs that would have been there gets killed. And then I put it in glass with oxygen absorbers, and then I can store them for years and years. I do the same thing with rice, and I do the same thing with pasta. So those are things that allow me doing it. I've been starting to cook up some of my rice. And rice is like one of the perfect things to stretch meals out. A cup of rice, a big can of chicken, can of peas and carrots, and I can eat all day. And I can eat healthy all day. And so those are the things you have to learn to do. And when you cook, you learn to stretch the foods further. So when things get expensive and things get wild, and they are going to get wild. You look at Twitter and politicians are such garbage. They spread so much hate. While they're accusing the other person of spreading hate, they're spreading hate. It's just sickening. Fortunately, it's about 3% of the population that does that. And that's what you got to kind of remember. Most of the people are like us. The ones that you see here are the ones that you see on Prepper Nation. When you see on Alaska Prepper. If you haven't listened to Alaskan Prepper, I would. I know a bunch of you are from Prepper Nation. But Rudy at the Alaska Prepper is a great guy to listen to also. Yeah, CBS, I was on Twitter about 3 years ago for about a week. And I said, these guys are just garbage. A bunch of keyboard warriors spreading hate. A bunch of B grade actors and actresses trying to think that their opinion means everything. You got that David Hoggs on there. You got that Shannon Watts. You got these people that just don't know what they're talking about. And then you got some politicians in there that really should just stay the hell off it. So I gave it up for 3 years. And then, with it being bought by Elon Musk, I said, hop in there, see if anything changed. Well, number one, it hasn't. Really haven't get enough time. And all those people that said they were going to get off didn't. Big surprise. So that was my brief shot back at Twitter. And I just put on there and said, yep, same place, same hate. See ya. See you later, bye. All right. I'd rather sit there and listen to Prepper Nation and go to the gym. So thank you again for being here. Everybody on Twitter, Joni, you're not missing anything. Okay. Just think about just ramming yourself into the wall and then trying to explain logic to an extreme liberal from college. That's basically what it is. I guess that would be my description of it. Everybody have a wonderful Thanksgiving, if I don't see you sooner, and look forward to some of my posts that I'll be putting out there. Thank you very much and have a very blessed day.